What it do? It's your boy Crypto Bro 9000 back at you with another segment of that OG crypto funk. I'm out here in these crypto streets and I'm hearing a lot of people, they say they want to get in the game, but they don't know. I don't know. Or they just scared, you know what I'm saying? But this video right here should convince anyone who's not ready to get ready. Check it out.
I'm definitely hurt, but also excited that I was overlooked for years before being on here, but now here I am. Hi, I'm Brad Garlinghouse. This is Crypto in 1 minute. 1 minute on why are people excited about crypto ETFs. I think there's two main factors going on here. One is, for the longest time, institutional investors primarily trading on Wall Street, really haven't been able to access crypto directly. Their options were to either self-custody, onboard with an exchange, and some people don't like centralized exchanges for a whole host of reasons. So this was really the first time you had institutions be able to go on Wall Street and trade directly in crypto. This is an unlock for a couple reasons. For capital that couldn't come in, whether it's an endowment, whether it's a pension fund, even mutual funds that didn't or couldn't access crypto, now they can. The second thing is, it really is institutionalizing the entire industry of crypto. I think it should be no surprise that the Bitcoin ETF was the fastest ETF ever to get to $1 billion in assets. I think it passed 10 billion in assets faster than anyone as well. And today I think we'll eventually close in on the gold ETF, and that's in 1 minute.
The fastest ETF to ever make it to $1 billion. And also the fastest to make it to $10 billion. Bitcoin made 18,000 millionaires in one fiscal year. So what did it take? So this ain't grooving with you?
To create a dollar-backed stablecoin is an important strategic asset.
Trump World Global?
Well, they would have to comply with the new federal law.
Right.
And no one right now complies with the work that we've done in the House or Senate on a stablecoin act. Circle doesn't fully comply. Tether's not even in the United States. It's outside the U.S. It wouldn't comply. So if we have a high standard, the world will come to that high standard for enforcement and for definition. And, if the Trump coin can meet that definition, so be it. There'll be multiple competing stable coins, in my view. You see the headlines today that the large banks are thinking about collectively having a stable coin. It's a new payment rail in Web3 on a blockchain to compete with other payment methodologies. I don't view it as a store of value. I view it as debit cash, credit stablecoin, buy something institutionally or as a consumer.
Do you see it as hopefully disinflationary, meaning that it should take cost out of the system?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, blockchain generally, what attracts me to crypto is not crypto, not Bitcoin, but the operating system benefits of blockchain. I think it takes costs out of the system. I think for consumers, it creates accessibility. Look at the Benji, which is Franklin Templeton's money market account that's been tokenized. They can offer that at a higher rate and a lower dollar amount to customers because the cost has been taken out of the system.
Maybe you didn't know about the Genius Act, the new federal law passed for stable coins. This is the guideline for all stable coins all over the world, because it's pretty much going to be the same thing from country to country. And because the United States is now the leader in the world of crypto. Before, no one knew what compliance was. Well, now they know what compliance is. And RLUSD has the highest grade of compliance in the land, where Circle and Tether and anyone else might need to polish up. And you heard it right here from Congressman French Hill, right out of his own mouth. So now what?
Thoughts on tokenization and the ability to do this, to trade equities 24/7 and have this new mechanism for it?
Yeah, well, certainly we've gone through numerous technological changes over the history of the stock markets. Remember, we were in paper, then we went to uncertificated securities, and then we went to what we have roughly today, book entries on various financial institutions. Now, tokenization is possibly another step forward in how we do the markets. One thing that a lot of investors don't realize is the significant amount of resources that go into what they call the back office operations. That means a lot of reconciling between positions among financial institutions, DTC and SEC, So again, those are acronyms that hopefully most people don't know about because they do their job without anyone ever noticing that they're doing it right. So we've always been open to experimentation on this.
How would this work? I mean, is there a framework in place for approving or denying which tokens would be created, or are you in the process of putting that together? Who would be able to issue the tokens? I have so many questions about it.
Well, these are things that we want to engage with market participants. Exactly what do you propose to do when it comes to tokenization of securities positions? And more importantly, what type of safeguards are you going to have in place to protect investors and to guard against conflicts of interest?
You heard her ask an SEC commissioner how they're going to fix the system where you can trade equities 24/7. Yeah, that's right, baby. They setting up Wall Street to be open all the time. And why? Because money don't need no rest. Crypto is innovative. See how it's changing the game? What most of y'all don't know is Wall Street is already open 24 hours, 5 days a week. And you can thank crypto for that. And you sitting there scared? Well, look at here. Just in. Major U.S. banks, including J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo are exploring to issue a joint crypto stablecoin per Wall Street Journal. Even the banks is in. So what you think? You scared?
Whether you're a financial professional, an overseas worker, an entrepreneur, or a developer, you will find it faster, easier, more transparent, and more affordable to send, receive, and manage digital value. Our world is in the midst of a profound transformation. We want that transformation to work for everyone. Here at Ripple, we're building financial solutions that are faster, more transparent, more sustainable, and more efficient. What took days will now take seconds. What was costly will now be more economical. Call it the Internet of Value. It's blockchain technology solutions that will help put trillions in trapped capital back to work. It's environmentally responsible crypto innovation for a world that demands sustainability. And it's a whole new way to create, move, exchange, and leverage digital value. We're not just after something more. We're after something greater, which is why we're building it together with researchers and policymakers, financial professionals, developers, and entrepreneurs. This is the journey we're on together, enabling a world without economic borders, not just for a few, but for everyone.
Man, you know what? My homegirl came up to me the other day. She had a couple of $1,000 that she wanted to invest, you know? And she asked me what I think she should do with it. I'm like, baby, I'm Crypto Bro 9000. It's in the name. She said she was going to get a CD. And I'm like, a CD? Look at these rates. 5%, 5%. 5%. Really? She said she didn't want to lose it all. Lose it all? Look right here. See? I had to cover this up because I don't want nobody to say that he was trying to be a financial advisor. You know I'm not a financial advisor. Y'all know I'm not a financial advisor. So I didn't want to show what I was working with. But look right here. 116% for the year versus the little funky 5% that was up on the front side. Come on, man. And then over here, you got 344% for the year. That's one thing that we all know around the way. Scared money don't make no money. So you already let me know. You're scared? You scared you gonna lose it all? Win it all. 9,000.